name is Troy Freund. I'm an independent photographer in Milwaukee. My projects at Story School involve the 5th, 6th, and 8th graders, with each grade doing a pretty unique project of their own. The 5th graders explored close-ups of objects and each other in their classroom. The 6th graders explored what it means to be a superhero and how they can be superheroes in everyday life. And the 8th graders examined the work of Joseph Karsh, the famous 20th century portraitist, and sort of made pictures of themselves in the technique of Karsh, or in the style of Karsh, and tried to imagine themselves as they would be when they were older adults. Joseph Karsh is a famous Armenian-born, Canadian living photographer who only passed away a few years ago and was very, very famous for his stylized portraits. When we began the project, they were exploring objects in their classroom and just photographing those objects in the classroom in the context of those objects within the space. And as the project went forward, I then brought in a whole number of cardboard boxes to serve as studios. And the students then had to put those objects that they'd photographed the previous week into these boxes to sort of take the objects out of their normal context and try and see them in different ways. After that, though, then we took it even further, and the students put their hands, put their heads into the boxes and photographed again those objects, again trying to see things in a different light, trying to see these things in a different way. Having them photograph things in their classroom worked out very well, and just seeing how they would photograph the objects, particularly when they took them into the cardboard box studios. One of the students, for instance, took an ordinary Kleenex and put it inside the box, arranged this little Kleenex, and made a unique photograph of it, making it into something other than what it was. And that's really one of the big goals that we had with that portion of the project. What was very interesting was, again, watching the 5th graders as they worked in the classroom and as they tried again to see ordinary objects in different ways. One of the 5th graders, I believe it was in Miss Zolke's class, did an amazing trick of taking a notebook. And I saw her working on this during the class, taking a notebook, standing it on its edge, and photographing down the spine of the notebook, the wire twist. The photograph was amazing.